Hi, and welcome to Do One Thing Social. I am so excited to bring you this first episode. And I want to tell you that this is another domain that I reserved about 5 years ago and was just itching to bring to you guys. So here we are. Do One Thing Social, and I'm going to walk you through it a little bit because it is our first episode. Do One Thing Social is to make sure that once a week you are executing on at least one branding or marketing strategy. Education is essential, but execution is everything. So every Monday, I am going to bring you one strategy and I'm going to walk you through it. So the education part and then how you're going to go about executing it. And I want you to, if you're watching live or if you're watching the replay, say hi, tell me where you're watching, and go ahead, once you've executed, go ahead and put your social profiles in the comments so we can take a look. So introducing myself, my name is Lisa McKenzie and I'm a social and marketing branding strategist. And I have been working in social now since 2007, I think. I gave my first workshop, so it has been a long time. I work with entrepreneurs and with authors through Mackenzie Moxie Media is where I consult. And also I am the founder of Blissonomics, which is my passion and purpose project. And there, through courses and masterminds, we work with you to help you discover your purpose, and not only discover your purpose and your passion, but to monetize it. So let's get right down to our Do One Thing Social for this week. I want to talk to you about crafting your social bios. Your social bio is your first step in your marketing funnel. And this is where people get to see you and get to experience a little bit of you. And your social bios, in some context or another, is on your personal profile on Facebook. And now I'm going to talk to you specifically about Facebook, but this transfers to any social media profile. So we have on your personal profile, it is called an intro. And I wish Facebook would just find a common or a standard name for all of this. But on your personal profile, it is called an intro. On your page, it is called your story. And if you are running a group or working with a group as an admin or a moderator, it is called your description. I know. And in each of these profiles or each of these opportunities to showcase your bio, you are allowed a certain amount of characters. Now, you want to show up in the best light possible. I use Facebook as a business tool. So I want everyone, when they get to my profile, I want them to know what I do, who I do it for in that little bit of characters. And then if they're interested, they can go look at my business page or they can connect with me through my groups, through my websites, and so on. So there's three things. I'm trying to keep it really, really simple because this is all about execution. So there are three things that you should be mindful to. The first one, and I'm going to walk you through all three of those digital assets, let's call them. So the first thing is, who are my ideal clients? That is something you have to be super, super crystal clear about. And you don't want to work with everyone. I just did a revamp of my website, and there were certain things that, yes, I have the ability to execute on it. I can consult on it. It's just not what I wanted to do anymore. So I went onto my website and I took it off. So I am getting even more clear with not only who my clients are, but what I want to offer. So who are your ideal clients? What benefits do you offer them? And this is where you can talk about, your expertise and your experience. And then lastly, what action do you want them to take to get a taste of you, to experience you, whether it's free through a lead magnet that you offer on your website or through social media, or a low cost course or something where they can experience you, but without making too much of an investment. So let me walk you through the three different profiles. And let me make sure that you can see that. Okay, awesome. Okay, so let's start with, let me move this over. Let's start with your personal profile. So on your personal profile, your bio is right here in intro. And I don't know, Facebook makes me crazy a little bit. So everywhere, anywhere where you'll see that little pencil, you can click on it and you can recraft or craft your intro bio for the first time. Now, this is where they make me crazy. You are allowed 101 characters. Do you know how little that is? We're not talking about, I teach university classes at Concordia here in Montreal. And sometimes when I on my students' tests, I will say write a bio that's 121 characters, and I get these bios of 120 words. And no, it's not words; it is characters. Characters, including periods, including spaces. So it's not even it's 101 spaces. It's not even 101 characters. So you have to take those three questions, answer those three questions in 101 characters. Now I use Word because I count the characters on Word to make it easier. Or you could just, craft it in here, and every time you see yourself, like in Twitter, going over the maximum characters, you can keep truncating and truncating and truncating. So when people land on my personal profile, they see that I'm a social branding and marketing strategist and teacher working with purpose-driven entrepreneurs and authors. So what I'm hoping is that when people get to my profile, they see this and say, that's exactly who I think I want to work with. I'm going to go check out her business page, her website, and see if there's an alignment, at least an alignment to start a conversation. And that is your goal. Create some kind of alignment with your idea client so that when they see this, they think, this is someone that I want to get a better look at before I make any commitments. And that's all you want. So in the first step of your marketing funnel, this is the introduction to you. Now we're going to look at your business pages. Now on your business pages, your bio is going to be right over here. And if you've never touched this section before, it probably says your story or about me or about you. I've seen it, this particular page is set as a public figure, but there are some retail, there's so many different variations of pages that it could say something different. But with most of my clients, it says your story. So when you get to this section, you can click on see more. And it kind of looks like, if you've ever created a long form post on LinkedIn, it kind of looks like that. Or if you're familiar with notes on Facebook, it's actually a note. So you can create a banner at the top. And I think the measurements for this banner are, I want to say it's 1,200 pixels by 450. So keep in mind, let me see, that it's only going to capture approximately the first 2/3 of the image. So if you want something, if you want to add a quote, then add it to the beginning, because if you add it to the end of the banner, the far right, it won't show. So click on see more here, and you can see that you get a lot more characters than 101. And I haven't actually tested this. I haven't seen, I've played with it a little bit. I haven't added 10,000 characters, but I think this is enough to really get your point across about who you are, who you work with. And I notice here that I don't have a call to action. So I am going to be executing on these two. I try not to play with it too much so that I had room to grow after to, walk with you guys through this execution. So I'm going to have to go in here and put a call to action, because I have covered who my ideal clients are and who I am and the benefits that I bring, but I don't have a call to action. So I'm going to publish this for now. So on your business page, you'll find your bio right here, right below your call to action button. Okay, now we're going to go to your group. So if you're running a group, this is our Blissonomics Members Hub, and it's not quite a bio. It can be whatever you want, but on the group, it's really a group description. So if I look at our group description, we talk about who Blissonomics is, who we work with. We talk about who it's for, who it's not for, the rules of the group, and the daily prompts. And then here we do have some call to actions. So feel free to go into any of these, my personal profile, to go into my page, my business page. There's the business page. I haven't created the story for Blissonomics, or maybe I did. I don't even remember. I haven't taken a look at it in a while. But you can look at the Lisa McKenzie business page, and you can look at the Blissonomics group if you want to get an idea of what you can include there. So again, people find you, they read your bios in some capacity or another, and they decide then whether or not they want to invest more into getting to know you to see if you're a good fit. So I wanted to keep these videos really short because I want most of your time to be spent in executing. I'm going to be watching the comments, so if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. And this is a challenge. Every week is a challenge. So watch the video, learn how I do it, go ahead and execute, put your comments in the, or put your feedback and your profiles in the comments, and be sure to share it with anybody that you know who can benefit for this execution. Imagine like hundreds of us, doing One Thing Social every week and inching closer and closer and closer to our social media goals of being seen, of growing our brands, of building and reaching. A lot of people talk to me about fishing in the right ponds. Well, sometimes yeah, you're doing that push marketing and you're finding those ponds, and sometimes those fish in those ponds find you. So we want to make sure that when they find you, they know what to do next to, again, see if you're a good fit. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. Put your comments in this post and we'll connect. And if you want me to look over your bios, go ahead and do that as well. Thank you so much, and I will see you next week.